In this video, we're going to go through the Explore page in more detail. This is essentially the main page for most users. The reason being is it's got more information on this page than any other page. You can adjust the view, you can search for keywords, and you can input various filters so you are targeting the specific type of properties that fits your criteria. Now if we look at the various views, on the right hand side we've got two options. We've got the default view, which has the images of the properties, and then we have more of a list view. This is down to personal preference. As default, Pivro will always list 25 properties on a page. If you want to adjust that, you can go up to 100 properties on a page. For demo purposes, I'm going to leave it on the default setting where it shows the images of the properties. As we look down the left hand side, you will see various options. The first one being keywords. If there are specific keywords that you like to search for when searching for properties, this is the ideal place to input them details. You may want to search such things as no chain. As you can see, when I input no chain, that will now filter out properties that are listed within the system that it's stated that there is no chain. You've got the option to put in multiple keywords all at the same time or individually as what suits you. Next down is search presets. If you have multiple filters that you want to use regularly, you can save them filters as a preset so you don't have to input them every time you want to use the same filters. Next up, we have a standard price. This is a very standard filter where you can filter by a minimum price and a maximum price. Then we have market age. This is a unique filter for Pivro, where you've got the option to only show properties that have been on the market during a certain time frame. For instance, you may only want to see properties that have been on the market for 30 days or more. As you can see, as soon as I input 30 days, on the right hand side, the listings have updated and now it's only showing properties from 30 days. If you look at any of these properties, you can now see where it says 30 days. And if we hover over that, it tells you that it's time on the market. Next one down is last letter sent. So this is handy if you don't want to send a letter to a property that you've sent to previously within a certain time frame. For instance, if you had sent a letter to 32 Princess Close 3 days ago, you may not want to send a letter again today. If we was to put 14 in that box, that will remove any properties that have had a letter in the last 14 days. So you're not sending duplicate letters, which is key. Next up, we have rooms. So this is pretty straightforward, standard filter. So you can filter by minimum bedrooms and minimum bathrooms. Then we have property type. So this is a drop down and you could simply go through, click in as many of these as you like, and as soon as you click them, the list on the right hand side again will update. If you don't want any of these, you can simply click the X and they will then disappear and you have the full list of the properties within the area. Listing status. So we've got 4 options here, and again you can select multiple or you can leave it as is. Next up we have price reduction. This is where you can state to only see properties that have had a price reduction, and you can also decide what percentage price reduction you would like to look at. You can either click on any of these popular ranges at the bottom, or you can input your own. Say we wanted to look at anything that had at least a 2% price reduction. As you see, as soon as I input that, on the right hand side the properties have been updated, and now you will also see on the far right red writing which states how much it's been reduced within pounds and also the percentage. Next up we have agency. If you type in any agent within the area, this will pull up and show any of their properties that they've currently got on the market. Now you may want to do this because you want to market to all of those properties, target a specific agent stock, or you may want to remove them from the system because you've got a relationship with that agent and therefore you do not want to be targeting their properties. And then next we have preset filters, which I will go into these filters in more detail in a separate video. We have repossessed, modernization, cash buyers, HMO, quick sale, negative equity, and hidden properties. All of these filters are preset, and you can simply click on them, and as they slide across and turn blue, that means now they have been activated, and Pivro will now filter your current listings to show any of these preset filters. And as you can see on the right hand side, if we look at one of these properties, for instance 31 Wardington Court, you can see now that we've got this tag appear that says negative equity. If we scroll down a little bit and we see 75 Water Lane, this has the tag of needs TLC. So this property in particular may need some work doing to it, or there's an option to be able to increase value. Therefore it could be a good property for you or for your investors to target. Now if there was any of these properties that you didn't want to send marketing to, or you wanted to remove them from your system, if you hover over the actual property, go to this X, as we hover over it you can see a pop-up says hide this property. We simply click on that X and the property is removed from the system. If you remove any by accident, we can scroll down to the hidden properties filter, slide it so it's show hidden properties, and you will see this 4A Beacon Court has appeared again, and we have the tag of hidden, so we know that's a hidden property. Now if we hover over the X again, we can select unhide property, and now that property is visible again, once again, back into your Pivro system. Now we have got the option to be able to send marketing from the Explore page, and you would quite simply, once you are happy with the filters and the properties that are listed on this page, you'd quite simply hover over one of the properties, select a tick on the box, and now you can do this individually. If there were certain ones that you did want to send marketing to, or if you was happy with every property on that page, you could hit select all. Then you would press this send marketing button, choose your template and follow it through to sending the letters or downloading the PDFs. There is another video that goes more in depth and walks through the whole process of sending marketing from this page, which you can access within our library.